Hi. We're back. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout my weird hiatus going on there. Okay, so we have a new moon coming up on the 21st of October, apparently. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that October 21st is one of those days this year that I said had some very strong energies, especially in the morning. It's an interesting day in general. It looks like, but especially in the morning, there are certain houses that are like packed. They got stadiums. I'm just like, whoa, what is going on October 21st, especially in the morning time? And interestingly, the new moon peaks in the morning on October 21st. It peaks at 8:25 a.m. apparently. So that's what I delved into here. That particular chart, October 21st chart, 8:25 a.m. here in my city, the most important city in the world. Okay. Virgo new moon. What is Virgo? Virgo is AI. That's the best way I can put it. Virgo is AI. You know how, maybe you don't know, but there's a lot of reports out now how that's talking about how AI is not the best thing to turn to when you're looking for human connection or for or to find understanding um, in human nuance, if that makes sense. AI doesn't understand human nuance. AI doesn't understand human emotion because it's a machine. Machines just do what they're programmed to do as accurately and as precisely as possible. When you turn on your heater as it gets, you know, cooler, you know, you're going to turn your heater on 80, you're going to turn your heater on 75, you're going to turn your heater on 70. Your heater is precisely, it's going to be accurate and it feeling 70, 75, 80 degrees hot in your house. It's not going to give you no pushback like a human would. Like if you called your girlfriend instead of hitting up Chat GPT about that dude, your girlfriend's going to give you some pushback. AI does not. AI just gives you facts. Sometimes facts can feel like pushback when you're living in the world of delusion, which we all are, believe it or not. But yeah, that's what Virgo is, a machine. I don't want to dehumanize people who identify as Virgos, and that's why I approach my talk as if I'm talking about archetypes, which I am. Virgo is an archetype, Leo is an archetype, Cancer is an archetype. And Virgo is the archetype of logic. And logic doesn't really understand emotional nuance because it's logic, right? Okay, so with Virgo and its logic and its lack of understanding of emotional nuance, you're matching that up with a very, very deep and emotional planet or luminary, I should say, the moon. The moon is ruled by the archetype of Cancer, which is very in tune with their emotions. I would go as far to say that all of the water signs understand emotional nuance in their own ways. So we have a sign, an archetype that doesn't understand emotional nuance in the house of emotional nuance. You ain't gonna get more emotional than Cancer. There's nothing more there, right? So with the Virgo moon, It's like you're treating your body like a machine. Going to the gym, pushing your body, counting the calories, checking your weight. Like everything is just numbers with Virgo. It's a machine, right? So, with this new moon approaching, you may feel led to approach your body logically, right? If you're pregnant right now, especially if you're about to have the baby and your baby's going to have like a Virgo moon is such a tough placement, I would say, because not only is the person, the native, the person who has Virgo moon in their chart pretty like self, would I say self-calculated? I'll say it for right now. If I come up with better words in the future, then I'll replace it. But they're so calculated towards the self. They're so critical. And it's just like an added element when you add the moon, because Virgo has those qualities and you add the moon. So now you're adding mama to this because the moon is mom. The moon is your body. Your body was created in another body. And so if you were born under a Virgo type of archetype, it's a very critical archetype. It's a harvest. People are nitpicky, right? If you're pregnant, others are basically more than likely going to be invested in the baby's looks. Is the baby going to come out dark skin, light skin? What kind of hair is going to have? Like, before it even enters the world, it's already being critiqued. That's the wound of Virgo, in a sense. Virgo moon can have a critical mother. It's not the criticism just isn't like an internal thing that just comes out of nowhere. Like Virgos are, dare I say, programmed. They're programmed to be critical from the womb. We hear our mamas in the womb. We hear those comments about our bodies before we even settle or know what our body is. Like, that's crazy. During the Virgo new moon, you may become more money conscious. There's also something here about kidnapping. I'm not sure about all that. I don't. I be trying not to get into like predictions and all of that, but there's kidnapping here. There's kidnapping. So I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of that Virgo baby, or this Virgo pregnancy, I should say. If you're pregnant and you have that, and Virgo season is a very long season. We're still in the middle. I know people are like gearing up for like a Libra, for Libra season, and when you astrology does divide the signs into like equal 30 equal parts. However, when I love to show my work, and I just like to be able to show my work. If I say it's Virgo season, I want to be able to show you how. When you say it's so and so season, or it's this season, that means that the sun is in that sign, it's in that archetype. So I should be able to find that. I should be able to go outside with a telescope and see the sun being in Libra, which I will not, because we're still deep in the middle a Virgo season. Virgo is a long season, and it makes sense because they're so meticulous as a sign. Some even maybe as people, do you know the Virgos in Beyonce, the the best example of the Virgo archetype? I know she has that Leo sun, but the rest of her chart is basically Virgo. Like, ain't she like really meticulous about her performances? She have instances where she treats her body like a machine, like she just pushes it and pushes it and like that's Virgo, right? So, with all that being said, if you go into labor during this time and your child comes out having a, a astronomically a Virgo sun, but a astrologically Libra sun, um, that baby is coming to tell you about yourself. That's a karmic relationship, if you will. Virgos usually come into your life to help you get your shit together in whatever area that shit needs to be got together, right? And on this particular day, October 21st, specifically, a lot of Virgo in that first house, right? So that means Virgo is coming to tell you about yourself, your personality, the things you do, your body. Like it's come. They are coming to tell you about yourself. It may take them 20 something years when they get in their 20s. It may take them 40 something years when they get in their 40. Just know, just know that if you have a child or a family member or a friend or anyone in your life that got Virgo, they will not hesitate, especially if you ask. Sometimes Virgos will be nice enough and keep their critiques to themselves. But if you ask them, oh my gosh, you're going to get an answer. And you may not like it, but you asked. So, hey. But yeah, this stab baby that's being critiqued, let's go come out and start critiquing everybody. Karma for you for that ass, right? Okay? And since there's like a lack of Leo energy during this October 21st period, this new moon period, depending on the setup of your chart and depending on where you are in the world, you may feel like you're not getting a lot of attention, which can be okay if you have like a lot of Virgo or if you have like a lot of Scorpio, because I think those signs are okay with being alone, okay, and not getting a lot of attention. They work best in seclusion, right? So let's talk about this Libra energy that we have, because we do have some Libra energy here. We have a couple of planets in Libra. We have Mercury and Mars in Libra. Mercury is Virgo's home. Mercury is Mercury represents words, books, language, phonics, mail, transportation, just the everyday things that connect people. We're the connectors. We're the messengers, us Mercurials, Geminis, and Virgos, right? And so, with that energy, now you're adding the archetype of Libra. And Libra is a sign that I've learned to be a sign of consensus. Okay? Libra isn't indecisive. They're kind enough to consider your perspective or others' perspective. They're not like their opposite Aries. With Aries, it's their way or the highway. Who gives a fuck about your perspective? My perspective reigns supreme here. Libra, they may feel that way, but however, I'm still willing to hear you out. What you got to say? What's your perspective? Maybe we can find a middle ground here. But don't sleep on Libras though. I think that's never mind. We're not gonna get into my hangups about tropical astrology. Um, so with Libra Mercury, with Mercury being a sign of language, and it's ultimately a connecting planet. And Libra is all about connection. Let's get around with the people. It's a Venusian, like Taurus. It wants to be around the people. It wants to talk, and it's an air sign. So not only does it want to be around the people, but it wants to talk to the people. It wants to debate. It wants to argue. It's smart enough. It's an air sign, right? So during this new moon, October 21st, you may feel led to speak meticulously, kind of like how I'm doing now. I'm being very careful with the words that I say, the words that I'm choosing to say, how I'm saying it. And there's various reasons why I'm doing that. But that's the energy that we're coming. That's the energy that's here for this new moon, right? So lively discussions, lively debates, arguments possibly. Because you also have um, the archetype of Libra under the sign of Mars, which is, come on, do I have to tell you what Mars is? Mars is action, war, fighting, moving, dancing. If you want to get up and go get a snack from the fridge, that's Mars. I want to do that and I'm going to do it. Libra is, I would like to get a snack from the fridge right now, but it's real late. My mom's downstairs. She may be asleep. I don't want to disturb her. So maybe I'll wait until the morning. Or maybe I'll try to be as quiet as possible. Or maybe if I go downstairs and I'm not as quiet as possible, I can offer her something. That's Libra. Libra is very considerate, right? So you have basically the archetype of consideration under in the house that is, I don't give not one F. Do what you want, however you want. It's my way or the highway, right? And so with this dynamic, if you want to get anywhere, you're going to have to cooperate. You're going to be like these two people that's trying to go two separate ways with a suitcase. You're going to have to cooperate. Are we going to go one way for some time and then come back and go the other way? Are we going to decide that only one way is the best way? Or are we going to sit here, open this damn suitcase, split up our belongings, and go our separate ways? What is happening? What are we going to do? Okay. You may be experiencing headaches around this time, doing activities with others, maybe some traveling going on, some dancing. It's a lot going on in the first house on October 21st. So there's going to be a lot happening to you. It's going to be a lot happening to individuals on the individual level, depending on like where you have Virgo, where you have Libra, where you have what's the other, where you have Gemini, where you have Aquarius, depending on where you have those four main signs. Yeah, depending on where you have those four signs will can possibly tell you how that particular week will go. Because like I always say, it's always the week prior to the event. So this is the perfect time that you may start feeling the energies of the new moon. You may resonate with what I'm saying in this reading because the 21st is coming, right? Be here in a few days, 4 days. All right, so let's get into who cheating. Who is cheating? Oh my gosh. There's a lot of scandal. There's a lot of scandal going on here. Possible scandals. Love affairs, secret love affairs. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on because Virgo, the archetype of Virgo, is in the house of Venus. It's in Libras, in Taurus's house. The robot R2D2 has entered the the house of women. Yeah, basically the house of women, of the house of community, the house of talking. You know what I'm saying? And connecting. Virgo's like the severely autistic person at a social gathering with like a whole bunch of extroverts, and like the autistic person is like a extreme introvert, and they're just I don't know how they got in a situation, but they're there. And it's just that visual. I was just trying to make an uncomfortable visual, and that's what came out. So yeah. But yeah, Virgo, like I said, Virgo doesn't understand human emotion. And the most confusing human emotion of them all is love. We be loving people when we not supposed to. We be loving people and we don't know them. They don't know us. Like love is so complex, and Virgo is like none of that shit is logical. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean you're going to leave the childhood home that you've known all your life because you've met someone and you want to spend the rest of your life with them and start a family with them? Like, how is that logical? How is it logical that this person could be abusing you and you still love them? You're still in contact with them. How is that logical? It's not. Love ain't supposed to, you're not supposed to understand love logically. It's not that, right? And so I think that's why Virgos, some Virgos, depending on their charts, that's why the archetype of Virgo struggles with love. And honestly, even though I try to separate the humans from the archetype, so far in my experience with the Virgos that I know, they do be experiencing like some breakups and divorces because it just don't be working out for them. It just do not be work. They Virgos are the type that will do everything right. But the thing is, humans aren't all logical. So you can do everything by the manual. Humans are illogical. The shit can still go haywire. You'll be like, wait, we did everything correctly. We waited till marriage. We got married. We waited a little bit as a couple. After a few years, we had some kids. The kids are doing well. We home like they. How did this marriage blow up in my face? Virgo. Everything doesn't work like A, B, C, D. Humans don't work like that. Humans be like A, J. Sometimes they don't even start at A. Sometimes they start at W, ho. Like, what the ah, am I making sense? I hope I am. Virgos have the secrets to longevity. This Virgo Venus in particular has the secrets to longevity. And honestly, I made sure I made a note of that because I've been seeing that a lot in on my algorithm in particular. Like a lot of old people that are like over 100 and are over a century old. There are a lot of news articles out that are coming out right now in this time talking about them giving like advice on how to extend your lifespan, because Virgos are that meticulous, nitpicky sign. So they'll be able to pick up on the foods and everything that's not bad, that should not be going in your body. You know what I'm saying? They're not indulgent like a water sign. Water signs are very indulgent. I'm not sure. I wrote here giving government leader, like a very generous government leader. I'm not sure how that's going to play out for anyone. I did look at Trump's chart and compared it to just like the general chart. And there was something happening for him on October 21st. It just wasn't, because I was trying to see about this government shutdown. And I'm not sure if this is pointing to a possible resolution. I'm not sure. I see something like way later down the line. Well, not way, but like a couple of more months down the line, I should say. Um, so I'm not sure, but that maybe we'll see what there's always political corruption and all that. That definitely is a theme here in this reading. I just didn't feel the need to reiterate it because fuck should be obvious. Like what the hell? Um, yeah, appreciate seclusion. Hard to make romantic nature tangible. Okay, here's some other things. People secretly criticizing you and try to get you to do something only you can do, but in a sneaky way. People secretly want you to get sick to take care of you, maybe, or just people just be careful. Be very careful. This Virgo Venus is probably very critical. I should put like a star next to it, and I may share this on the socials. Um, but that evil eye shit is real. You really need to be careful about who and what you share things with, because not everyone has like good intentions, and even when they come with good intentions, like they're like truly happy for you, they may want it themselves. They may have like envy. That's like, oh my god, you got it, I want it. Like just learn how to protect, especially like if you like with babies and like with money and moves, like only involve the people that need to be involved. If they're not involved, if they're not, yeah, if they don't need to be involved, if they don't have a say, they don't have an impact on what you got going on, they don't need to know. You can catch them up later, right? But it's highly suggested that you just be careful with your treasures, which you treasure, because it's scandal land out there. It's scandal land out there, and people are wanting shit from you. They'll get it from you. They'll manipulate you to get it. They criticizing you, as always. They've been doing that before you were born, honey. If you got Virgo in your chart, like that's just how it is. All right. They don't want you to be healthy. Virgos are pretty, like I said, they have the secrets of longevity. So people may truly be like wishing for like your downfall out here. So you got to be very careful. Very careful what you post, what you share, all of it. All of it, right? All of it. So, divine timing. Right place, right time. Okay? Gemini's in Jupiter, the planet of grace, blessings. Jupiter is just like, it's like that, the grandparent that just got so much money that they just shower you with gifts and money and forgiveness for your mess ups and all of it. It's not like Saturn. Saturn's like, grow up, discipline, do this, don't do that. Jupiter is like, take that trip, give them a hug, give more money, think big, bitch. Like it's giving that, right? It's very social, very let's go travel, very let's get some higher education, very much so. These things may be on your mind during this time, right? And it's just very important to be at the right place at the right time. And I think that can tie back into the whole evil eye thing. Because if you're dealing with certain people, I would say that just having that type of energy in your life can prevent other more better and beneficial energies from entering because they don't match with this energy that you got, this envious energy. So once you do that spring cleaning thing or that fall cleaning thing that Virgos like to do, that harvesting, you get rid of the things that we don't need and you keep what you do, then you start to see like things flourish because you've gotten rid of dead weight, right? So it's not just right place, right time, it's right people too. Everything in divine timing. At this time, you can make money through your social circles. If you know how to network and you're doing it well, that's where you can get some money from. Is connecting and sharing your big ideas with the right people at the right place at the right time, right? Yeah, let's get into Saturn. Saturn's head. Okay, so this one, this image was special to me because this I wanted to have images, um, because I think that we are very symbolic creatures as humans. We're very symbolic, and so that's why that's why I was just drawn to tarot in the first place because it's just symbolism. Um, And so I used my deck, which I named after my late aunt, Aunt Cheryl. It used to be called Brandy and Aunt Cheryl, but I dropped Brandy because of personal reasons. So it's Aunt Cheryl. Um, and I did my interpretation of the chart earlier, and I came home and I wanted to, work with the cards to get some images, to get some ideas of what images I wanted to use. And this card was the only card that I felt that matched like what I wrote earlier. And it's talking about because hold on. Saturn is in its home sign, Aquarius. Aquarius is at home. Apparently, I thought that Saturn was in Pisces, but apparently we're in a retrograde, so I think it's going to go back into Pisces. So I'm getting a little break now that I think about it. Well, I will have a break on October 21st. Because I have a Saturn Pisces. But it will be in Aquarius. Okay. And so it's in retrograde. And so with this, like I said, Saturn is all about discipline, death, time. It's the midlife crisis. It's the quarter life crisis. It's the husband. It's that energy that'll be like, yeah, you lived your life this way for this amount of time. Now it's time to grow up and do things the grown up way. What's that verse in the Bible? When I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put childish things away. That's Saturn. That is Saturn's favorite verse of all time. Saturn was there when God revealed that verse, right? So, with that being said, Saturn's restrictions, debt, like, yeah, it's no. Saturn is no. Immediately no. Absolutely not. So, during this time, your health may be impacted due to overworking and or neglect. And that makes sense because Aquarius is an air sign and air signs do be neglecting themselves because they are air. They up in the sky. They just wee. they have they're not grounded. They're not in their bodies like a earth sign, like a Virgo, or like a water sign, like a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? They're air signs are the type of signs that will like forget to eat or disregard the fact that they have to eat. Look at me, air sign, double a triple air sign right now. I am exhausted. I And before I decided to do this reading, I was going to go to bed. I was like, I'm going to do this reading tomorrow. Because my body, since this morning, was telling me, girl, we are tired. When we get home, let's go to bed. Let's do our thing, do the things that we need to do, our responsibilities, and let's go to bed. But air sign, I'm like, my intuition at 100% today. Well, it's the next day. My intuition at 100%. I'm going to get this energy out while it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? And then I've just been playing with your lives. Oh my God, 35 minutes. This is crazy. I have not done reading this long. But yeah, girl. I mean, yeah, boy, girl, whatever you are, like, check it. Don't be like me, unless you can't help it because you got like a whole bunch of air in your chart too. But you can help it. You can be a little bit more intentional with when you have to go to the bathroom and not ignoring the fact that you have to go to the bathroom, when you're hungry and not ignoring the fact that you need to eat or sleep. I'm about to end this reading soon because I gotta go to bed, honey. And even when I end this reading, honey, I'm not gonna go straight to bed. That'd be it. That'd be it. We're so detached from our bodies that the needs don't register. Right? That's neglect. This is neglectful overworking. Right here, what I'm doing. Prime example, what I'm doing right now is air sign neglect. Okay? During this time, you may be admired by your colleagues because Saturn does give you a very mature. It matures you. Okay, so whoever, you got eyes on you. You got eyes on you. Even though Leo apparently does not allow Leo, Virgo still got eyes on them, and they're not even the showgirl. Cancer and Leos are like the theatrical ones. Virgos be trying to be like the tech guy but in the back, running the lights, doing the sound. And yet still get the most critiques, right? I'm just reading my notes here before I close out, see if there's anything more. I'm just also seeing the whole entertainment politics work. So you may get into that. We may see a lot of that during this new moon. With the Aquarius Saturn likes to be in charge, and it will manipulate in order to be the one that's in charge. Air signs have their own ways of dealing with people. They have their own navigation, their own human navigation systems, right? But just know, just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, even with all eyes being on you, right? If all eyes are going to be watching you, just watch out for yourself too. Let your eyes also be considering what you're going through because everyone is watching you. So watch yourself too. Watch your own back, right? I really hope all of this made sense. It's been a while, but I used to feel this way when I did my old readings. So, and people clearly like those. So, but this is different. There's no cards here, and I'm still not showing the face. So, yeah, I'll post like clips of this um, around, and yeah, tell me how, if you want to, tell me how this new moon fares for you. Yeah, have a good one.